Welcome everyone, MountainSpyder here for another video. And yeah, today's a surprise video. It's been a bit late in the coming as I had technical issues this weekend. But yeah, exciting news. Clash of Clans is finally back. After not playing for the past probably year or two, you can finally get back into the game. So this happened with their new builder update, which came out I think a week or two ago. And yeah, it's really breathed new life back into the game. So if you take a look, you jump back on your normal profile. It's not that big of an update. And the bottom left of your island, you'll see a little boat. You've got to remake it. And once you remake it, you can come to the new island. As you can see, it looks awesome. I have started off a bit. I'm built a whole level 3 already. A lot of the old defenses are still here, as you can see, with a few changes. So one of which is archer tile, which you can now make long or short range. Long range, slow attack speed, more range. Other one is higher attack speed, but less range. Double cannons new, one of the new things that came in, and talking about new, there's quite a few new things, quite a few new traps which are really great. A few variants of the old stuff. The troops are really cool because they've all got their own unique abilities right now. Which is not, it's not change of pace, it gives them a bit more to do. So for instance, the barbarians, as you can see, how raged. So for the first 4 seconds, they're a lot stronger. The archer's cloak, so for the first few seconds, they can attack without being targeted. The giants have a power punch, which deals a lot more damage on this first hit. So each of them has their own little bonuses they can now do as soon as you deploy them. One cool thing with this new map is the whole nice dark theme. Each building by itself produces a little bit of light, and if there's no buildings around, it's dark. It looks cool. It's a nice change of pace. And yeah, so jumping into a battle. A lot of the base layouts at the moment are pretty simple, as the game is still rather fresh at the moment, which is it's quite nice. So yeah, dropping the giants in, you can see that's one of the new traps that bounce my guys back over the wall. So at this moment, just running some giants and some archers. It does seem to work quite nicely. Unfortunately, there are a lot of traps. The giants get bogged down quite badly, but the archers are there to back up. One nice thing about how the new battles work is that you don't simply attack, you've also got to attack and defend. So every person you attack then has a chance to attack you back. Only the person who does the most amount of damage then gets the resources. If you lose that, you don't lose resources luckily, but you don't get anything. So it's pretty much just a failed attack with no bonuses. One unfortunate thing about the battles is that once you deploy your troops, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else you can do besides watch the fight. At the moment, there aren't any spells, and there's no abilities to activate, nothing along those lines. So you pretty much deploy, hope for the best. But yeah, as you can see, there's one example where you've got a nice little dome of light around a building and then darkness around. So that wasn't bad for his attack, got 100% 3 stars, so good start. Let's see how the enemy did. Oh yeah, victory. That's fantastic. So yeah, enemies, as you see there, use Mega Minions and Giants. The new Mega Minions glow green, they look cool. And for the first few attacks, they attack a bit further. So it's coming in from the northwestern side of my base. It drops the minions straight into my Tesla turret, which is just going to absolutely burn through them in a second. And yeah, just speed up a bit, because the giants, there's no way they're going to get through this. So, not a bad base setup. So, your troops do respawn automatically to the same loadout as what you attacked the last time. It's nice, it speeds up quite a bit. So as you can see, I've maxed out both my resources, the gold and the elixir. So I'll just upgrade the firecracker, just get some defense against the minions. I've come up against quite a few people using them, because they're great because they jump straight over the walls. Well, shoot straight over the walls. So yeah, let's jump into a second attack and see what we can do. So second attack, this isn't looking great. As you can see, the archer tiles on short range defense, which is difficult because the attack speed is quite a bit higher. And it's right next to the firecracker. So if I was bringing the minions, this battle would be next to impossible. Unfortunately, the targeting is sometimes quite irritating with the giants. As you saw there, I dropped them down for them to try and go through the wall to hit the firecracker and to hit the archer. And they instead decided to walk around the walls and go for the cannons which are on the other side of the base. And subsequently die. So, I guess I'm getting used to the new targeting systems and the new aggro range that each of the troops have. It's one of those things that you got to get used to with a new game and hopefully improve over time. As my one little lonely archer's trying to do some damage. She's really not going to last long, guys. Yeah, as soon as she goes in range, she's gone. So that wasn't a great attack, only 47%. Hopefully the enemy didn't get as high. Let's see how they did. They're still fighting. Yeah, that's one thing. 50%. Okay, so I've lost this one. So yes, that's just one thing about this game is that it's a lot of waiting between. So yeah, you just gotta make it work. So I think I'm gonna cut it here and then come back to you as soon as my army is ready to go again. Just as it makes you guys, or makes all your lives easier rather than sitting around waiting, listening to me talk. So, there, defeat. Never mind. Okay, no reason to skip that. So yeah, my army is busy rebuilding, back in 30 seconds. So yeah, there's a few things lying around the map. So the battle machine is the first hero you can unlock here, which is the builder himself when you get Town Hall 5. I'm not going to rush to get it. I'd rather build slowly, build everything before upgrading my Town Hall. Barbarian statue, which looks awesome. We could even click on it like in Hearthstone. Gem mine. Oh, that's pretty cool. So the gem mine actually produces gems for you. So it'd be a way to actually, for the first time, make or produce gems rather than having to buy them or just find them with terrain. And a clock tower. A clock tower has been really cool when I upgrade the Boulder Hawk because it allows you to actually speed up productions. So this will make the game a lot of fun and quite a bit faster because at the moment you have 3 attacks per day and you've got to wait 20 hours between those 3 attacks to get the bonuses again. So there's a lot of waiting around happening even in the early stages of the game, but it is much simpler and much faster than the old Clash of Clans. So this layout's not bad. Luckily his arch tower's under construction, so we shouldn't lose this one. Seeing the Giants through there, hoping not for too many spring traps, which were actually the top by my archers who have now been launched into the base. So those archers are not going to last long. Unless the cannon retargets, hopefully. And yes, the cannon's retargeted back onto my Giants. This should be a pretty easy mop up. As soon as that... Ooh, okay, never mind. So it's just my one Giant left. This is going to be quite a slow fight. I think I'm going to cut it here because I don't think watching a Giant bashed up for the next 2 minutes is any fun. Oh, never mind. He died to the cannon anyway. Okay, well, that was easy enough. So 25%, that was a rather rubbish attack. So yeah, don't do what I do. Rather do what I say because... Yeah, that was terrible. And defeat, 59% to the Mega Minions, the new Beta Minions and the Giants. Like I said earlier, the Minions are pretty crazy at the moment. Until you get that Firecracker trap up or the air bombs, it's a problem. I would highly suggest swapping the bombs that you have from the start to hit air rather than hit ground, because you've got a lot of defense against ground and very little against air. You've pretty much just got the Tesla Tower and the Arch Tower, and then those bombs, you swap them. So they're much more useful swapping them to air. Position them, slight problem, because you need both of them to kill the minions. But you get it right, it's fantastic. So that was unfortunately quite a bad defeat. Waiting another 30 seconds for my people to refresh and respawn. So you see there, swapping them between both ground and air. Like I said, unfortunately we'll need both of them to kill the minions, but you get it right, position them nicely, it's fantastic. So the game also does now suggest some buildings for you to do. So it pretty much lists what can be done. So this does speed up things. Rather than going through every single building of yours to see which one wasn't the right level or one level below, you can now just click that and it'll show you which one you can actually still upgrade. So let's try this again, third attack now, going for the second win. So it's not a bad base layout. I don't have to worry too much about the firecrackers as I don't have minions on my side. Those 2 channels at the bottom are probably going to have traps. Yep, there we go. So I drop my giants down slowly. Now the cool thing with the archers, as I said, with that cloak ability, you can attack within the first few seconds and not worry about being attacked back, which is a nice way to get rid of a big defense quickly. Oh, there goes one of my giants. So hopefully not all my archers are on range. Oh no, this fight is not going to go well. Yeah, both giants are dead, it's just the one archer left. She's not going to have much hope against this. I'm going to cut it here just to speed it up for all of you, because the archer's going to sit there hitting the town hall for the next 2 minutes, which is quite a wait for all of you. So catch you in a few seconds. So as you see, that was the end of my attack. 43%, not terrible, but 1 star because I killed the hall. And yeah, ended up actually winning it. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I maxed out my elixir before that fight, so I didn't end up getting any elixir from that. But yeah, so one big thing is with the stars, with the fights, if you take out a town hall, you get 1 star. You take out 50%, you get a star, and you take out 100%, you get 3 stars. So even if your enemy does beat you in percent-wise, so say for instance they got 40% and you got only 10%, if that 10% was the town hall, you will still end up winning that engagement, that fight, and you'll get the resources because of it. So don't put the town hall right on the edge of the base, because then we can literally just go straight for that, take that out, and they've got a good chance of winning. So let's try and get the third win for the day. This is not a fantastic base layout. As you see, a lot of the walls on the right there aren't even being used. So I don't really know what this person was thinking. So just drop the giants down, use them as a meat shield, try and drop the archers in. There's no way I'm going to get 100% for this base, unfortunately. My giants is on the right level, and as you saw there, they're targeting from the double cannon, just absolutely ripping through my archers. So if they can get up a bit quicker and take down the archer tower, then maybe there's a bit of a hope. And I'll be able to take out the town hall, but looking at it now, it's not looking so great. Yeah, there's no way that this is going to happen. So hopefully the enemy just gets a worse attack than me, because those archers are both sitting right underneath the archer tower, and they're not going to last. There's no way they're going to get that down in time. So unfortunately, it was bad placement from me. I do still need to try and get the third army camp. Once the third army camp is down, I can at least get a bit more of a attacking force in. Oh, victory! That's fantastic. He only ended up getting 34% with 12 archers. So let's see how that went. That was actually quite lucky. I didn't deserve to win that one. Shame, he dropped right underneath the Tesla and the double cannon. So yeah, there's no hope for this person. This person's attack. The archer tower on long range is really great because the range is crazy, you saw there. So yeah, that's not bad. That's the 3 wins for the day. Unfortunately, I still think I forgot to build. I will use up my elixir, so I ended up wasting a lot of elixir on that. Yeah, I ended up losing a lot there, so don't do that. So when you attack, make sure you have very little resources so that you don't end up wasting what you attacked with. But there you go. So that's the new Builders Island with Clash of Clans. It is a lot of fun. It's breathed a lot of life back into the game, and I would highly suggest checking it out, updating, and enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot simpler. It's a lot faster. And yeah, enjoy and keep clashing.